Hi, everybody. Sam Kavaris in the Gate Sports Update. Big weekend, I think, for the Jaguars because they're going to play with probably one linebacker who's gotten any snaps this year, and the rest of them, some of them haven't even been on the roster. So they're banged up. Marcel Darius is gone. They're going to be leaning on Taven Bryant. They signed another defensive tackle. So it's one of those games where you're pretty banged up and you got to figure out how to win because it's, again, a game where the Jaguars are supposed to win. The Jets are terrible. They showed that last Monday night. They're not that bad of a team that they showed Monday against the Patriots, but they're bad enough where the Jaguars are nearly a touchdown favorite. Should the Jaguars be given almost 7 points to anybody? Probably not, right? But at the same time, it really shows that the Jaguars are favored in this game. They should win this game. You want to be considered a decent team, not necessarily even good. Beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and the Jets certainly are one of those. The following week, they'll be off to London, where the Jaguars will take on the Texans. The only advantage for the Jaguars there is that they're used to that trip. That's the first time Houston has been to London to play that game, so it'd probably be a fairly tight football game. At this point, though, the Jaguars with 3 wins and 4 losses could really make a difference by winning these next 2 games, or at least even one of these next 2, to end up being 4-5 as they go into the bye. And yes, Nick Foles is practicing. And yes, I do think that he'll step back into the starting lineup come November 17th when they take on Indianapolis. It's no knock against Minshew, who has done yeoman's work as the backup, but that's what he is right now, the backup. He's a rookie. They're starting to take things away from him. And he's trying to figure out what kind of he's still good at. So Foles will step in as the starting quarterback, I believe, again on November 17th. The city announced on Friday that they had made a deal with both Florida and Georgia and that the game is going to stay here for a while, 3-year deal with a 2-year option. It's obviously what you're looking for, but the city still is not doing what they need to be doing, and I've said this for decades, and even maybe more vociferously more recently under this administration. There's too many things they can be doing. Doesn't have to be Super Bowl grand, but somewhere along that, street vendors, entertainment, all kinds of things that invites people downtown and keeps them there despite the fact that the event is over. Same thing for Gate River Run. But in this case, with the Georgia-Florida game happening on a Saturday afternoon, there are so many opportunities for the city to show themselves off. I talked to Champ Bailey and Danny Werfel this weekend, and that's the subject of what I wrote on samsportsline.com, and it'll also be in the Times-Union this weekend. Both of them say, look, it's a special deal. They didn't know much about it when they were players, but they know a lot about it now that they're fans, and they're having an event as well that gives fans and corporate executives and players a chance to mingle and maybe find some synergy perhaps in some business dealings. Nonetheless, it's a game that belongs to Jacksonville, and there are a lot of other places that would like to have it. So we need to start doing something soon to make sure that it really is a unique weekend, not just a football game, because it's not. It's a cultural happening, and they actually happen to play a football game. Don't forget No Way Wednesday next week, where Yobi yogurt available at $3.99 for a full 8-ounce cup with whatever you want. If the Jaguars win Sunday, Monday will be a day where you can go to your Gate store and get a 20-ounce Pepsi for just 94 cents. All that's coming up. Don't forget Gate. Local company, started by local people, run by local people. Really a good, clean, safe environment. Stop by your local Gate store. I think you'd be pretty surprised with what's going on there these days. The food is phenomenal. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Gate Sports Update.